Shit, I wanted to hit the vendor. Is he up here? 'Cause he's got some scrolls, some fishing that I might want.
Hail to the night.
Hello.
Here he is. Already known. What we don't know, though, is the mithril head trout wouldn't be bad. Also, the rock scale cod. Neither of these are bad recipes. Clam chowder is clam meat, ice cold milk. That's not even bad, but that would require me to kill a bunch of clams, which I'm too lazy. But I think which one do we get more, cod or trout? When we get both. Let's grab one of these. And
Alune be praised.
Alune be praised. Shamana Lamalore. Whatever that shit is that they say. Also, let's do medium leather. Medium leather, yes.
It's more or less a sign of age, drawing lines, blue recede to vacant gray. How much time? It's more or less the same. Holding, wanting more than this to say. Loving, searching, breathe a brand new day. Growing, learning, it never goes away. Living, being afraid. It's more or the start of a new day.
Oh yeah, the barking doesn't bother me, but yeah, wolves are my favorite. Especially when I do melee hunter, just because of Furious Howl for melee is really strong. Here, I'll show you. If I queue up my immolation trap, send my pad, he's gonna proc Furious Howl, that's why I'm blue. Queue up Raptor Strike, boom. Now we didn't crit with Raptor Strike, but if we did, that extra Furious Howl bonus damage would have been calculated into the crit, which would have given us a nice little bump in the damage.
It's gonna be okay.
Would have been nice, but we didn't get it. What do we got going on here? Find Moostalker pelts. Let's not do the let's not do the Murlocs over there just yet. They're a bit of a pain in the ass. Ooh, level 20? Where's his little buddy? Matriarch usually have a little other little pet with them. But I don't see one. Yep, there he is. Here he comes. This is going to be an interesting fight. As in, I'm getting my ass kicked. Trying to pull thread of the big one onto me. It ain't working. Alright, there, finally. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah.
Hail to the night.
Yeah, I've gotten the cat. I've gotten that cat many times. He's a cat though, so you know I prefer the wolf. But I will tell you that at max level, like at 60, I prefer cats at 60. Just because the damage is just better. Like even with Furious Hal at 60, I kind of like the cat. But I haven't checked wolf at 60 versus cat at 60. You know, but I'm pretty sure that the cat's gonna win out. Oh, thank you. Who's buffing me? Getting buffs all over the place. It's funny, when I first created this character in the server was absolutely dead. And now there's so many people here because of this event, because of this hardcore event. I mean, even my guild, when I joined this guild on the server last week, it was like 100 people. Now there's 148 people just online. The guild has 862 members. Last week it had 100. This server probably only had about 100 people online playing on it, like, at a time. And now it's like thousands of people playing it. No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you, though. Hmm. In vanilla? No. Not in vanilla WoW. Not that I'm aware of. I'm not aware of any disappearing dog in vanilla WoW. You only really played Wrath? Yeah, in vanilla there really aren't any like crazy pets. I mean, there's some pets that had special abilities on originally, like, but that stuff got patched out. Like Broken Tooth. There's the wolf. The white wolf did shadow damage, but all that stuff was patched out. Don't do shadow damage anymore. So. I mean, look at that crit. 136. Nice. Oh, look at the big heal he threw in. Oh, we got two. Shit. I did not really want to get two here. Yeah, this is going to be ugly. Hopefully we'll get a crit. Ah, we're fine. So much easier when I get Feign Death, because I can retrap. Yeah, don't open that book. It'll knock you right on your ass, buddy. Do we want to do the escort? I don't think I'm going to do the escort this time. Well, maybe we should. He's probably going to do the escort, though. Fuck. Didn't get my trap down. No trappy. I got you. Now, I started playing WoW in 2004 beta on Doomhammer, official beta realm. Back in 2004. I've played on lots of private servers, but But this is a hardcore event we're doing here, so it's fun. Self-found hardcore. No. No heals for you. No heals for you. Alright, he's doing the escort, so we'll never get the escort. It'll take forever for her to respawn. So let's get out of here. We'll help this guy out, though, because we're nice. Fuck, we got 2 already. Son of a bitch. Oh, don't miss. I hate missing. I don't like missing. Oh, she's coming. Oh, we got friends. Nice. Yeah. All right. Free play. Yeah, I got you. Okay, let's turn this quest in. Let's try to finish the other quest. Ugh. We can. It's so funny. Before I get this weapon, I was just using the scimitar, and I think my crits were coming in around, if I was lucky, like 40 or 50. Maybe I might push the upper limits of 50, maybe 60. Don't think I was really critting higher than 60. Maybe I was, but certainly nowhere near 128. So nice to get this character. I'm doing some extra like things on this character to make her leveling experience more difficult. She cannot equip weapons other than weapons she finds in chests, treasure chests, or crates, any kind of a crate, like a box that she loots. She can't use weapons found off, from mobs, and she can't use weapons from quests. And since this is self-found, she cannot trade, and she cannot use the auction house. She also cannot use any ranged weapons whatsoever. She's a pure melee hunter. So that's what makes this character a little bit more challenging. But it makes it more fun. Challenging equals more fun.
Greetings.
We're not even eating this food. Let's get rid of that. He's going to tell us to go do the Mephistra relics, which I don't really want to do right now. Moonstalkers is what we really need to do. Well, I guess we can grab the quest, though. Level 19, level 10. So we can do... No, we don't need this quest yet. Let's try to finish the Moonstalkers, then we'll head down to Astronar and we'll handle the Murlocs. The Murloc quest, the Murloc heads, and then maybe we'll... I don't know if we have the Purifier. Let's see. Yeah, we've got the Purifier turn in. We could try to do the gem, the soul. I don't know. There's just no Moonstalkers. Somebody's come through here and killed them all.
Frigid tide receding, pull away the grieving, steady me,
Viper, warrior. Level 20 warrior died to a red... Oh, the Mystics. Yeah, the Mystics can hit pretty hard if you're not careful. And when you're a warrior, there's not much you can do. You're just running and hoping they don't smack you in the back with a freaking... whatever they throw. Frostbolt or some shit. Where are these bloody Moonstalkers? They're like nowhere. There are no Moonstalkers. Damn. I cannot, man, I cannot keep him healed. This guy hits so freaking hard.
goddess watch over you.
Hmm. Hmm. Good. That's pretty cool. So they created like this thing where you can be like a demon hunter, but you can only wear certain gear, and you prioritize certain weapons. And I was like, man, I totally would be I would have totally rolled like a demon hunter because it says that any class can kind of be this demon hunter. But I would have totally done demon hunter, but they didn't create that rule until recently. They didn't create that little RP thing until pretty recently, I think. I don't remember that being in the guild description before at all, so. I think it's cool when they do that. You know, I think Shobek probably came up with that, but just like trying to, I mean, WoW's such a cool game. Like from a leveling point of view, it's really fun to level, and there's great dungeons. In fact, I just don't think there's any MMO that has dungeons that are as cool as World of Warcraft. I mean, when you talk about like Dead Mines and LBRS, and these like are iconic dungeons, you know, Blackrock Spire, Skull of Mons, Molten Core, they're all just like very iconic. My favorite are I love BRD and UBRS and LBRS. Those are my favorite. I absolutely just I don't know something about being underground in those big, those big underground caverns. Always I just love it. Need to get this quest done so I can move on to the next zone. This quest is always kind of a pain. Okay, I don't see any Moonstalkers this way. There's a bunch the other way, but we'd have to kill multiple Moonstalkers because it'll be the ones that have their little younger pets with them, or whatever, younger children with them. Moonstalker, they're level 20 plus the level like 16. It's kind of hard to kill for my character. There we go. There we go. West complete. Cool, we're out of here. Like a fart in the windstorm. A windstorm. Let me check. My pet has bite rank 2, right? He's got bite rank 2. So bite rank 3, normally I get it off these spiders in Lakeshire, which is the easiest place to get it. Surprised the wolves don't have it. The ones in Ashenvale. Okay, they do, yeah. So Ghost Ball runners do have by rank 3. So when we get to level 20, probably should just go ahead and tame a Ghost Ball. Just upgrade my bite. And then Furious Howl, Furious Howl's not like level 35, so we don't even have to worry about that. It's like it's quite a bit higher level. Let me check. I think it's 35. Furious Howl 2. Actually, no. I take it back. I forgot. It's off the Black Ravager Mastiff. So 35 is Furious Howl 3. Actually, no. It's even higher than that. It's like Feralos is 3. All right, cool. Cool.
Well met. For the Alliance, be careful.
I don't think we want to do the gem just yet. We'll come back and do it a little bit later. Hey, what's up, Zor? Yeah, have a good one, man. Enjoy. There it is. Lonely Elf, level 20.
Ishnu Daldiel. Hello. Goddess watch over you. How may I help? Farewell.
Renee's cleansing is actually kind of difficult for me at this point in time, unfortunately. I should probably upgrade to better drink. How much is it? 4 silver? Eh. We still don't have enough leather. Alright, do wield. Fishing. I'm wondering if we shouldn't.
Elun Adore. Good luck, friend.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna take a little AFK while I'm in flight, and I'll be back.
City hums, it knows my secrets. I'm awake, tangled in regrets. Every scar I try to hide led me here, nowhere to run tonight. There's a spark I can't contain, rising slow through all my veins.
All right. Yeah, we just hit 20, so let's go ahead and hit the trainer. And then dump. Let's see. I don't know if we can really make anything with leather. I don't think we have enough like medium leather to really. I don't know. Maybe we'll check leatherworking just to see. I think we're already wearing light leather pants, fine leather. We already have like light leather pants, fine leather tunic. It would have to be something that we have to train. Level 20. We could check to see if my. We need to upgrade my pet. The pet needs to be upgraded. He's a best friend. He doesn't have that much health, 490. Our talent point goes into, oh yes, clever traps. Increase our trap damage. Let's see what leather we have in the bank. We can only wear gear that we craft, so that's why everything I'm wearing is stuff I've crafted myself. Lonely Elf, made by Lonely Elf, made by Lonely Elf, made by Lonely Elf. Everything I'm wearing is stuff I've crafted. Let's get all of the leather out of here. Everything. Okay. And there's 150 leather. I don't know, what is my leather working at? It's 110. And we got a lot of food in here, don't we? We don't need. Don't need that. Don't need that. What's this? 155. I'm gonna put this here. Let's see if we can make anything. $175 cooking. We are 89, so we actually probably should. I know where we can get sagefish, but it's a long ways away. What level did he make, Hunter? Yeah. Interesting. I think the
What brings you here?
Alright, freezing trap, yes, that can come in handy. Disengage, yes, that can come in handy. Track humanoids, yes. We don't need any of these ranged abilities. Dual wield we need. And then aspect the cheetah we need. Oh yes, men pet rank 2 we need. And that's it.
Be careful.
So we've already got disengage. Freezing trap's already on my bar. Track. We already got track humanoids and dual wields passive. And men pet, blah blah blah, rank 2. And Aspect of the Cheetah is the only thing we don't have. So let's go Aspect of Cheetah. Okay. Boom, done.
Peace be with you.
Corral rank 3. And that's it.
May the stars guide. Ishnu Allah. Be careful.
Feel free to browse.
Dark Leather Boots, sure. Dark Leather Pants, 8 agility versus what I have. I'm sure that's an upgrade. Yeah, well, 5 agility, 66 armor. Yeah, it's a slight upgrade. Nimble Leather Gloves is definitely an upgrade. That's a big upgrade. The Toughened Leather Armor, no. That's an upgrade. Big upgrade. This requires 115. And we are currently 110. I'm pretty sure I already bought the Barbaric Leather Bracers, didn't I? Pretty sure I did. And the gloves are probably require... I don't think I can use... I think these require like the lesser agility potion. I believe. Was it 120? Yeah, see, Elixir of Minor Agility. So we're kind of screwed on that one. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This is probably what we're going for our build. This build here. This is my favorite, like, kind of melee hybrid hunter build. So we still have to go 1 here, 2 here, 1 here. So we got a that's a long, and so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more levels before we could even start moving into making our pet stronger. That's just the way it goes.
May the stars guide you.
It's more or less a sign of age, drawing lines.
Oh, he never got his rank ups because I forgot he wasn't high enough level. 499 health. The rank ups are big. So he had 449 health. What's he got now? Yeah, so he went from 449 to 519. That's huge. Why am I talking to you? I have no idea. So now my pet finally has more health than I do, and I'm sure he has more armor than I do. Death Blades, the rogue is slain. I don't think he's in our guild. And Big Fatso. Don't think he's in our guild either. Big Fatso. No, he's gone already. Hmm. This guild is just crazy how many people are in this guild. 146 guild members online. The guild has 871 members. It just keeps growing. Every day it gets bigger. I was joining the guild last week and it was like 100 people.
Greetings.
Greetings. Light bless you.
Hey, Chosen. It's the Guild Wars 2. If you've ever played the MMO Guild Wars 2, this is the Guild Wars 2 UI for World of Warcraft. So basically just kind of it mimics the Guild Wars 2 UI. You can see the bags. You know, it looks like Guild Wars 2. You know, everything it does. Like, you know, reputation. You know, everything that pretty much does. It's nice. There's other stuff too, like it'll automatically, you can like sort bags, separate bags, show junk icon. You can like auto sell gray items, auto repair. You can, sort your bags here if you want to sort. There's all kinds of other stuff you can do too. You can go in here and you can go to the unit frames, like, let's see. Where are the player frames? Unit frames here. Where are group frames, unit frames, general? Where are my frames at? Action bars, sorry. You can go into the action bars and you can set them, like you can set your action bar to only show when you mouse over it. You can set it to only show in combat. Or you can set it to show always. Like a lot of my action bars don't show up until I mouse over them. That's why you don't see them, like these bars down here. They don't show up unless I mouse over them. Because I don't want to see all that clutter on my screen. Alex sent you. Dude, Looney, thank you, man. Thank you, Looney. Hey, Looney, I've got the memberships up now. You can become a member of the channel now if you want. But thank you again, Looney, for the donation, man. How you doing, man? I haven't seen you in forever. I haven't even looked to see if Alex Central's even still alive, It's been so long, We are very close to the Alex Central's most famous, Oh, there he is! Mercenary! Dude, thank you for joining the channel, man. You are the fourth channel member. Thanks, Looney. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while, buddy. How you been, man? You're very quiet. He's very quiet. Oh, you're sick? Ah, that sucks, dude. You got a cold, flu? What? What's going on? It's funny, whenever you donate, I have no idea what it is. It's like THB 349. I'm like, I don't know. Remember one time you donated like a bunch of money and you didn't realize it? Remember? I think you donated like, I don't know what it was, like 40 bucks or something. It's money that's most important. Just a flu, you think? Oh, gotcha, okay. Is there any wolves over here? I want to see if there's any like lower level wolves. I want to tame a pet here and upgrade our bite. This guy's what, level 19? Oh yeah, level 19, that'll work. That'll work. Yes, the whole world revolves around greed. You know how it is, man. You guys all need to give me money and make me rich like Asmongold, right? Yeah, I think you did. I don't remember what it was. You donated quite a bit one time by accident. I can't remember how much it was. I think what happened is you put like an extra zero maybe. So instead of 349, you did like 3,049. Let's see how much that is. What is 3,400 THB. Yeah, if you donated like 3,000 or something, it's like over $100. So, well, you're rich, man. I'm poor. I wonder if I could see my total donations. You can. I don't know if you can see the total here. I can, but I can pull up on my on Stream Elements. Hold on a second. We can go. Let's see. I just have to remember how to pull it up. It's been a long time since I've done this. They probably have reports and stuff, but I never really look at reports. But if we go to data and reports, activity. And if we go, let's see, how many days? Activity, is there a filter? Let's filter by, how often is this though? Like this goes back 6 years. So going back 6 years, it must not have been, because going back 6 years, I only see the money you donated now, which is weird. So that's not right. Yeah, so obviously Stream Balance isn't showing it correctly. Because I see a super chat from Jawbone from 5 years ago, and I know you've donated since then. So yeah, I don't know what's going on. Give you what? What you say? Give it to me? What? Yeah, but it wasn't 5 years ago, right?
What brings you here? Alone
I don't think it was 5 years ago.
Feel free to browse. Good luck.
You and Jawbone have donated the most, so I know that. You and Jawbone, you know, SL donated quite a bit for Christmas. Yeah. I don't think it has it. Yeah, I don't know what it is, dude. I don't know how to do it. I don't see the reports on here. I see activity. I see revenue history. Let's go from date. This, or no, from date. Let's go back. Let's see how far back it'll let me go on revenue history. Let's go back like 7 years or something. What should be? Let's go back to like 20. Let's go back to 2018 if we can. I'm going all the way back to 2018. Actually, we're going back to July of 2017 to today. Oh, this is tip list though. This is just tips. I've only ever received 3 tips to my PayPal account. Yeah, this is just tips. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Fuck, I don't know. I gotta focus on what I'm doing or I'm gonna get killed. This is hardcore self-found, so I gotta be careful. Especially around these damn spiders. You might be able to, I don't know. Oh, we got it. Bite rank 3 right there. I didn't even see it. Good to go.
frigid tide receding, pull away the grieving, steady me, steady me. Arches rise, worn with time. All will live, all will die, all will love, all will cry, all will look, all
Thank you, Wolf. You served me well in your short amount of time.
today is not a day for words. This house is not a place to say. The only thing I gave away, everything I love will stay with me.
Only about 350 USD. Hey, that's still, you know, I don't get a lot of donations, so that's still a lot, man. So thank you, sir. You feel like it was much more? I don't think so. I mean, because I think the biggest donation you ever did was around $100, and then you've done a lot of smaller ones. So that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Because you did like 100 once, and then you did, you know, 10 here, 10 here, 5 here, 20 here. You know what I mean? So that sounds about right. I just need somebody to come in here and give me like a, you know, $50,000 donation or something. Oh, you did 2 times 100. Shit. Oh, man. I've been streaming for so long, you know. One of these days I need to. I actually finally started doing some shorts, some YouTube shorts. I just did a couple of them recently, and I was amazed by how many people viewed them. Like, apparently YouTube shorts are pretty awesome because I did like a couple YouTube shorts, and both of them are already like over 1,000 views, and like quickly too. Like when I stream, like this stream here, will probably get like, you know, 200, 300 views. That's it, right? That's it. And like when I get higher level, and I'm close to 60, maybe we'll get more. I know the first hardcore, like back in 2020, I think Melee Hunter I did when I leveled. Remember that one? I leveled her all the way to 60 as a Melee Hunter. I remember the last like couple videos. I had like, you know, 50 to 100 people watching because I was one of the first, if not the first, you know, people to level like a pure Melee Hunter all the way to max level in you know, in original, you know, hardcore, you know, the community hardcore. The hardcore before there was an official hardcore. Yeah, I did get a new weapon, Sam, and if you look at the short, I put a short video up showing me looting that out of a fishing chest that I fished up. And you'll be able to see it. It was a really good weapon, too. It was like +3 agility, +3 strength. The only thing is it's slow. I mean, it's fast. Sorry, it's fast. So it's 2.8 attack speed. But, I mean, the weapon I was using was like 3.6 damage per second or something. So this is like, does like 3 times more damage than the weapon I was using. So came from the old fishing, yep. Got some crates out of a floating wreckage in Darkshore of all places. And yeah. I was there when Cargo started the challenge. Yeah, I was. I was there in the beginning, in the very beginning of the community stuff. $18,000 views. What do you mean? And she had no clue. No, probably not. You know, maybe they're doing some interesting stuff. This is, you know, Showbake runs this guild, and they are doing some like 10-man like dungeons. Like they'll do like 10-man dead mines and shit. They're doing like raids. to do some of the dungeons, and what they're doing is they're purposely being like under leveled. Like they'll do like 10 people doing dead mines and they'll all be like level 16, you know? Which is kind of interesting. Yeah, I was just saying the short. I mean, like I put up a short today and it's already at like, you know, over 1,000 views, which it's just funny because like this video, like I said, this stream, I'll stream for like 2, 3, 4 hours and I won't even get like, but like, you know, 300 views. But I'll put up a short and like in 30 minutes, it'll get like 1,000 views, you know? Yeah, I don't, you know, I don't. If I do any dungeons, it'll be later level when I got a little bit more of a toolkit. A little bit more survivability. I think I need to upgrade my bandages, like, big time. So those bandages suck. Yeah, and then other thing they did, if you look at the guild, if you look at the guild information, they've actually got a Demon Hunter RP thing. So if you want to play as a Demon Hunter in this guild, they actually have something called a Demon Hunter. And what you do is the rules are, you can't wear a chest piece, you can't wear any shoulders. You have to prioritize a leg robe style, meaning, I guess you have to wear a robe. It says leg robe, so that means the legs have to be like a skirt, I guess. And the first leg robe is from tailoring, level 75. Second, 125. Third robe is from a vendor at level 20, which I don't even know which. You have to prioritize swords that sheathe on your back, if melee, if you want. Any class can be a demon hunter, and the demon has to be in the beginning of your name. So that's kind of an interesting. And had I known they were doing that, I would have made this character a demon hunter, because you could be like a hunter and, you know, roll with the demon hunter specs. Because what I'm doing on this character is I'm saying that this character can only wear gear that she crafts herself. So the only gear this character has is leatherworking stuff that I've crafted myself. And the only weapon I have, the only weapons that this character can use are weapons she loots from chests, you know, like chests, like treasure chests or like fishing loot boxes, you know, fishing crates or whatever. So I've only ever found 2 weapons on this character. I found the scimitar from a treasure chest by the Naga, or by the Harpies, in outside of Darnassus. And then I just found this weapon yesterday, which is the 2-hand sword out of a fishing box. So it wouldn't have been much a big deal to. But I like this because this is cool because I'll be able to do like dragon scale leatherworking and get some interesting mail armor. There's a few sets that are interesting for dragon scale. No, you can't. I can't use any dropped gear now. We can't use any dropped gear. We can't use any quest rewards, and we can't trade with other characters, and we can't use the auction house. But nobody can. Nobody in this guild. Everybody in the guild has to be SSF, single self found, solo self found. So this is a SF hardcore guild only, and everybody in this guild has to be an elf. So this guild has 880 people in it, and they're all night elves. All of them are night elves. And there's currently 139 guild members online. So this guild is big and active. And everybody's hardcore self-found. No, you can't. Just boxes. Only treasure chests and boxes, yeah. Just boxes. Just treasure chests, you know. If I was a thief, I guess if I wanted to be, you know, I guess if I was a rogue and did it, you know, you could like pick loot, you know, pick the lock boxes, but you know, I'm not a rogue, so you know, we could have gone like engineering or something and made the keys and opened up loot boxes if we wanted extra opportunities for gear, but I don't think it's really a big deal. You know. No, this is just what I'm doing. Sam, this is just what I'm doing as far as the weapons. Everybody else is just, the only rules for everybody else is that they have to be self-found and they have to be hardcore. So everybody in the guild is self-found and hardcore. I've just added on top of that 2 other extra rules. One of them is I can only wear gear that I craft myself, and the other one is I can only equip weapons that I find in chests. Oh, and there's one more stipulation. I can never equip a ranged weapon. So this is a pure melee hunter. Oh, she can throw through? Guess so. Shit. Damn, we won't fight any more of them. No, this is not retail. This is classic era. Classic era. No, there is no melee hunter spec in any version of World of Warcraft. You just have to make it. You just have to make it. You know what I mean? There's no melee hunter spec in WoW. I mean, people like to say that maybe Season of Discovery had melee hunter, but it was a shitty melee hunter. I just saw someone in guild say they really nailed melee hunter in Season of Discovery. No, they didn't. They fucking melee hunter in Season of Discovery was dog shit. Yeah, no, all it is melee hunters. You're just basically like, don't use any ranged weapons. Like, I mean, you're going to prioritize certain talents, of course. I mean, you're going to be going into Savage Strikes, you know, clever traps. You're definitely going to need sure-footed for the hit rating. Outside of that, you're just, you know, you're smacking people in the face with a weapon, with a, you know, with a melee weapon. So, like, I have never equipped it. I've never used a ranged weapon. And you know, I mean, when you start at level 1, the first thing I do is I unequipped everything and sold it all to the vendor, because this character can only use gear that I've crafted myself. So, I was basically naked punching people in the face for the first like probably 4 levels. That was fun, wasn't it? And I was punching people in the face until I think the first weapon I found out of a chest was like level 12. So I think I was punching people in the face for about 12 levels. Oh, we got 2. Schnikes. He's coming because that trap's beating his ass. Indeed it does. Indeed it does. I've leveled every fucking way in known to man in World of Warcraft.
Alone be praised.
Parkour fail? Melee mage. How are you gonna be a melee mage? Why would I? Yeah, no, sorry. Why would the fuck I? First off, I don't really play mages that much, and secondly, why the fuck would I play a melee mage? You can do a. I mean, you can do a melee. You can kind of do a melee warlock with the fire stone or whatever it is. But yeah, melee mage would just be kind of stupid. Because they don't really have anything that... I mean, you could do... I mean, if you took away all their magical abilities, like all of them, and tried to make them just do melee, it would be... It just wouldn't be fun. Like, the hunter can still do a lot of damage as a melee hunter. Because you can... Because your traps. Your traps do a ton of damage. And your melee does good damage. I mean, your Raptor Strike, your Mongoose Bite, they still do pretty good damage. Like, if you look at... If I combine my... right now, I'm not even optimized at all. Like, I haven't gotten it. But I merged my pet with me, right? And I look at my damage, right? 40% of my damage... It's 77% of my damage is melee damage, right? And it's not bad, It's pretty good. Melee actually, I can actually come in... I can top groups as a melee hunter. If there's not a mage. Usually the only people that can like consistently top me on DPS is like a mage, or if it's a good paladin with his AoE, if he's like AoE pulling, if he's like the tank and he's pulling a shit ton of mobs, it's hard to keep up with him because of his consecration. It's hard to keep up with mages because of AoE. It's hard to keep up with rogues if they're good. But I can easily out DPS like Retribution Paladins and like, Retribution Paladins I can out DPS. Hunters, even like regular hunters I can out DPS. Because they just don't know what they're doing most of the time.
assist you. May the stars guide you.
Shit. This isn't gonna go well.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Shit. This is not gonna go well, guys. We're gonna have to use the water. Oh my god. I could actually die. Have I used my potion yet? I did. Oh my god.
You were screwed.
Get out of the stun! Get out of the stun! Ooh, I could die here. This could be it for me. Oof. Oh shit. Well, my pet didn't die either. How did my pet not die? Oh, I can't believe my pet didn't die. I thought for sure he was a goner.
I am honored.
Yeah, that's funny.
Then not.
What brings you here?
Whew, that was scary.
Farewell.
Yeah, my only choice there was going to the water because if I would have tried to walk through,
Be with
I don't know why I always go to that person. If I would have tried to walk through,
Goddess watch over you.
you know, if I would have tried to walk through this area, you know, here, you know, there was too many mobs everywhere. I would have kept aggroing other Nagas. So if I would have panicked there and moved, you know, through land in any direction there, I was dead. I was pretty much dead. So my only option was the water. And even that was scary because there's Naga in the water too, but luckily there weren't any that were very close. But that was scary. That was really scary. We were lucky. We were very lucky there. The one thing that I found in hardcore though is water is a really like the way the pathing works. I don't know. It's weird. Some mobs will reset in certain times, like earlier than you would expect. Most mobs in World of Warcraft have a leash, so if you don't hit them for a certain amount of time, like you know, it's like 6 seconds, but it increases by level. So as you go up in level, the amount of time you have to be running away from them without hitting them takes longer. So like at level like 5, if you run away from a mob, it might be like 6 seconds they reset. But at level like, you know, 15, it might be like 7 seconds, you know, or 8 seconds. And at level like 25, it might be like 9 seconds. So it actually goes up. So it's really interesting. But I have seen in situations where if you're in water, especially if the water is deep and you swim to the very bottom of the water, I've seen where mobs will actually reset sooner than the normal. So water can be like a really good friend in hardcore. And yeah, that I was a goner. I was dead. If I chose to try to move through this area here, there was such a dense population of Nagas that I 100% would have aggroed another Naga, and I would have been dead. So that was my only option, and I could have easily screwed up there and picked the wrong option. I could have panicked and said, "Oh, let me just try to squeeze through these Naga here," and that would have got me killed. So luckily, I chose the right option. That's what makes hardcore interesting, because you have to be able to like evaluate your options, and you have to do it pretty quickly. You know, you're like, which way can I go? Can I go this way? No. Can I go that way? No. Can I go, oh, wait a minute. Can I go to the water? Yeah, I think I can go to the water. But we'll make a short out of that one. That'll be a good short, I think. What time was that in the stream? That was 2 hours and 3 minutes.
How may I help? Be careful. They're Nagas.
We used our heart there, so we can't really use it again, which kind of sucks. But let's... What do we got going on here inventory-wise? We used our hearth, which kind of sucks. I mean, we could just fly back, though. Or we did use hearth, right? Yeah. Yeah, let's go to... let's hit the human zone.
I'm listening. Ashafela.
We're not too far away. I'd say in about 3 levels we can do some serious fishing and try to get maybe even a better weapon. I mean, our weapon is, what level is it? It's level 11, so we can actually get a level 20, up to a level 25, I think, weapon out of the fishing crates in Stone Talon Peak. So we could definitely do a little like roulette, so to speak. A little RNG See if we can maybe get a better weapon. Or also, we can dual wield now too. So if we can find, any one-hand weapons too, we can start stacking those in our bags and we might be able to dual wield, which is always fun. I always like dual wielding, but honestly, with the wolf, the two-hand weapon is probably best. At least at this level. At higher levels, I like dual wielding because, well, it really comes down to hit rating. Like, because this is self-found, we're probably better off just running with a two-hand weapon all the way to 60 because we're not going to have hit. Well, that's not true. We could still get hit rate because we can still group. We can still group with other people in the guild. So we can still do stuff like, like UBRS, BRD, stuff like that, where we can get, maybe we can get like some stuff. And I may, when I reach 60, I'll remove the restriction. Once I hit 60, the restriction is going to go away. We will be just a regular hardcore, character at that point. The restriction is just 260. Once I hit 60, because I want to be able to grab stuff like the Blade Master leggings, and we'll still probably do like a hybrid melee hunter at that point, where we'll be able to use like Serpent Sting and Viper Sting, but we won't use any other ranged abilities really. So we'll just use Serpent Sting, Viper Sting, and just and then we'll basically the rest of our stuff will be mostly melee damage, but unless we decide to do a dual spec and then build into like a marksman build just purely for raiding. But I don't think so, because I think once I reach 60, there's a good chance I might just run dungeons to help people in the guild, and then I may level up a warlock for fun. I've been kind of wanting to level a warlock, so that's the other option too. Going to do a little bit of warlock leveling, and we may not even get to that. The problem is there's so many MMOs, there's so many games coming. I know we've got the playtest for Scars and Honor coming up in, I think, 18 days is the first Scars and Honor, I believe, or at least one of the Scars I want to play, and I definitely plan on playing that. And I know they talked about it being, them doing quite a few playtests, so they might do like a playtest. I think at least they were talking about doing like one playtest a month or something, like, which is pretty amazing if you think about it. I mean, how many games do like a playtest a month? I think that's what they said in their live stream, but there's some other games too. There's a Chinese MMO that's out right now that they're doing a global launch, I think, pretty soon. I think I set that up in my Discord. It is called Honor of Kings. So this is a Chinese MMO, I believe, that came out. So, and it's not really my style. It's more that wuxi style, which is not really my favorite. But I pretty much try to play every MMO just to see if any of them are, to see if it's good. And I think Honor of Kings is kind of more like not really a true MMO. Well, Kanan was covering it already, too.
So Honor of Kings World has just launched in China, and today is officially day one. I'm around 6+ hours or so, roughly, give or take, and I thought I would give my early thoughts on it because a lot of you guys have been asking and will probably continue to ask. Right out the gate, I gotta say, again, specifically when it comes to the first 6 or...
Yeah, I'm gonna say that he always does this. I like Kaden, but he's one of those streamers that tapers, that like softens his, he like does all these like like what you say something, but then you have to put a caveat to it, like, I just want to let you know that I'm only giving the review for the first 6 levels. That doesn't mean that, like he might do like the first 6 levels suck, but that doesn't mean the game's bad because it's only the first 6 levels. Like he always puts that like that little caveat on there because he's so afraid that if he comes off negative, that people will give him a dislike or something. It's just politically correct, I guess, is the way to say it. There's so many streamers that try to be politically correct, or they try to be they like dance around. I'm not like that. I just say it like it is. If you don't like me, fuck off. If you don't like my opinion, fuck off. That's just the way I am, right? I'm going to tell you like it is. Well, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. If I hate something, I hate it. If I love something, I love it. And I'll tell you why I hate it, and I'll tell you why I love it. So that's just the way I am. And that definitely probably hurts my YouTube channel. I've never tried to be a big streamer, of course, but that definitely hurts. Some people will get pissed. We go, oh, screw you. Because what happens is if you don't like something that somebody else likes, a lot of times they don't like you. They're like, well, you don't like what I like. Fuck you. That kind of thing. So you'll see a lot of streamers try to taper their reviews in a way that so they'll never really say they hate the game. What they'll say is like, I like this part. They'll say, I like these 2 aspects of the game, and then these other 8 aspects I don't like. But, I just didn't like them as much. That doesn't mean that they won't fix them. That doesn't mean that this isn't a good game. you know, they like try to soften the blow. Let's see. He's doing the caveat. He's doing the, you know. Now remember, this is only the first 6 levels, but so he's either going to say the first 6 levels are really good, which is what he usually says, but maybe not. Maybe he's going to say the first 6 levels suck. I think he's going to say the first 6 levels are good, but that doesn't mean the game's going to be good.
I gotta say, again, specifically when it comes to the first 6 or so hours, so this is not an endgame review, I would probably give this an A-. I was actually pretty surprised.
So an A-. And when you think about MMOs, and you think about giving a game a review, he did the same thing on Crimson Desert. He gave Crimson Desert's combat an A-. And I hate Crimson Desert's combat. Desert's combat is so non-responsive. It's so sluggish. It's like plodding through fucking mud or quicksand. Like when you turn your character like this and you release when you turn your character, it takes so long for the camera to catch up to you. Like if I do this, the camera's not facing this way. I'll like do this and it's like, okay, wait, now it is. When there's literally like 1.5 second delay between me turning my character this way and the camera actually facing that direction, which drives me absolutely insane. To me, that's not, the responsive combat is when I move my character is pointed in the direction that I'm moving. Like if I want to attack this character right here and I'm facing this way, I can just really quick turn around, attack him, boom, turn around, attack him, boom, turn around, attack him. I don't have to wait. I don't have to like turn it, okay, wait a couple seconds. Okay, now I can attack. I don't want to wait. That feels very sluggish. Now, and that's just the way it is at Crimson Desert. So I give the Crimson Desert combat system like a freaking 5, out of 10. Now, I'm not saying the Crimson Desert combat system isn't good for some people. There's probably a lot of people that love the combat system, but the sluggishness and the slowness of the camera and how the camera tracks, because the camera's like a boom arm, just like you would with like a movie. When you film a movie, you've got the camera on a big motorized boom, and the camera kind of can turn, but it takes time to turn off that. Think of it like a big metal arm with the camera at the end of the arm. If you're pivoting the camera back and forth, it takes a little bit of time for it to move it. It's not instant. You can't just whip it into place. And that's the way it works in Crimson Desert. So, when and the funny part was when he reviewed Crimson Desert, like, again, I like Kanan, but his review style, I just feel like he's not being super honest. Like, when he reviewed Crimson Desert, like, he kind of said, the combat's not quite as responsive as I would like. And when someone says that, when someone kind of hems and haws and says, the combat's not quite as responsive as I would like, and then to turn around and say the combat's at A fucking minus, that's not being honest. That is not honest. If you're sitting there hemming and hawing and go, well, the combat, it's not quite as responsive as I would like. Well, there's no fucking way that's an A then for you. Like, if it was an A, it'd be like, this combat's great. It's very responsive. It's just the way I like it to be. That's an A, right? Because that's the top tier, man. You can't get any higher than an A. An A minus is just slightly lower than the best you could give something. So that kind of just irritated me. I'm like, you're not being honest to people. You're just kind of sugarcoating everything because you're so worried that people are going to give you a dislike or they're not going to like your review if you come across as negative. And then a lot of streamers are like that. Zaryu, fucking another one, exact same way, man. Sugarcoats everything because he's so worried. Blah. You look at someone like Asmongold. No, Asmongold's more like me. He just fucking tells it like it is. Doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. So that's that's me getting off my soapbox. But that kind of stuff irritates me. I'm just like, just be honest, dude. Why can't you be honest, man? There's so many fucking fake people on the internet, man. And there's so many fake people in the world in general, to be honest. Like, that's the way the world has gone. It's like, I was talking to a buddy of mine who goes out drinking to bars, right? And he was telling me he doesn't really go downtown to the city where I live, one of the cities I used to live in. And I said, why don't you go downtown to the bars anymore? And he's like, well, because it's just fake. He's like, the people are fake. He's like, they're not even there to just have fun. They're there to be seen. They're there to create TikTok videos. They're there to flex like their wallets or to flex their clothes or to to upload content and say, look at me, I'm cool. I'm at this bar and now I'm at this bar and now I'm partying here and look at me, look at how great I am. He's like, everybody's so phony, and that's what I feel like a lot of streamers are. They're just all phony. I wonder how many streamers get off their stream and just start laughing, Like he's sitting there going, yeah, Crimson Desert Combat's an A-. I honestly felt like as soon as he got off that video, he's laughing. He's like looks over at his friend and says, man, I fucking hate this combat system. I would not be shocked if he said that. So, just that kind of stuff is like, yeah. I could be wrong. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't think so. You know,
What can
I don't think I'm wrong. We need to get to, I guess, Ironforge? I guess we got to go to Stormwind. All right, after I bash the shit out of Kanan. And again, I like Kanan. I think he's I think he seems like a nice guy. You know, someone that I like a lot more than Kanan, who I think is a lot more honest and a lot more,
so Honor of Kings
will give you a lot more of a kind of real view is, and I got to remember the guy's name now. It starts with an S. It's not Shobei. It's not Supatees. Oh, I'm not going to remember his name. Lost Ark review. I know he plays a lot of Lost Ark. Wow, I know his name starts with an S. What the fuck? I can't remember it. This is what happens when you get old, man. You just can't remember shit anymore. I know he broke his leg. What is his name? Fuck me. I'm sure I'm subscribed to him. One of these days I need to go through my subscriptions and just clean this shit up, man. Actually, that's it. Wow, I thought I had more. I'm going through these subscriptions. Is that it? Wow. Wow. Super Teas. Ooh, Forrester, yeah. Love me some Star Citizen. Yeah, I don't even see him in here. Oh well, whatever. Fuck it, who cares? I'm sure I'm subscribed to his channel. I have to be. I'd be shocked if I'm not. How about Lost Ark? Lost Ark Guide. He was a big Lost Ark player. Stoops, here we go. So Stoops is a guy that I feel like is really pretty honest.
All right, guys, so the purpose of the video.
Like if he doesn't like something, I feel like he really says he doesn't like it. You know, I don't feel like he.
Playing on the private test
I don't think like he really sugarcoats it as much.
So ignore the dates.
The other thing with Stoops, which really freaks me out, is he looks like my brother Gabe, who died when I was 30 years old. My brother died in a fire, and he was like 32. He was only 2 years older than me, and he died in a fire. And Stoops looks a lot like my brother, so just because of that's probably another reason why I like him, because he looks like my brother, you know. But yeah, I like Stoops. I feel like he's more. Like a honest.
My expectations were pretty low going into this. It almost felt like another, I don't know, just from the trailers to me, it kind of looked like a Genshin-like game that wasn't anime. Just using the Honor of Kings IP, but after playing it, yeah, the game is actually pretty damn good, at least so far. My opinions on the game is obviously subject to change depending on how the end game goes, and what's beyond 6 hours. There's only so much you can know within the first 6 hours, but those first 6 hours were really good. The combat was very solid. Before we get into that, for those of you who are not familiar with what this game is, we should probably start there. A lot of people were talking about this game being an MMORPG. This is not an MMORPG. This is definitely an MMORPG hybrid, so definitely expect to hear a lot of comparisons to Where Winds Meet. To me, this feels more of like...
Yeah, that's the thing I heard about this game, was it was most similar to Where Winds Meet.
Like a hybrid between MMORPGs and Genshin-like games, like Wuthering Waves or even Crystal of Atlan to a certain degree, right? It almost feels like the world design and game.
Yeah, but it's not really a full one. But I think that's kind of the way a lot of the games are going to go. And I think it was another video I watched by Force Gaming where he talked about that. And the fact that MMOs are so expensive to make, and that in the West we're not really making any MMOs anymore because they're too expensive. So what they are making is more like these hybrid type games that aren't, games like Wuthering Waves or or this, where it's not, it's not. Where am I going to go? Why did I come here? Well, first let's go to the bank. And then I think what we're going to do is we'll do the wolf quest, we'll do the spider quest. We could probably, there's a couple quests in Lake Shar we could do. We can get to level 21 pretty quick, to be honest. It'd be pretty quick to get to 21, maybe even 22. But I'm probably gonna, honestly, I'm probably gonna take a break because I'm actually kind of hungry.
Good day to you.
But first, let's go ahead. What do we got going on here? What is this? Crawler meat, clam meat. Let's go ahead and cook this stuff up just to get out of, and then we've got a lot of crocodile meat. And we need to get rid of our bandages and upgrade, but I don't think we have enough wool. So we're stuck with what we have at the moment. And we'll cook all this other stuff up.
See you around.
I think that would be a good idea. But yeah, I think I'm gonna stop the stream here. But yeah, I think like the MMOs, like the ones that are coming down the pipe, I think we're gonna start seeing a lot more of these like kind of mini MMOs or MMO lights, where it's like not like really big massive worlds, but there'll be like some sort of, I don't know if it'll be hub based or it'll just be like, you know, very small scale, like where maybe you can play with like 5 of your friends or something. What I would like to see, and it's something that like Greg Street or one of the other guys was talking about with Force Gaming, he came across an interview where basically, hold on a second.